Okay, we're live. I've got some things from Union Repair to unbox, so let's get on with it. I've had this for a day, and oh, hold up, we've got feedback, Luke. This is a good start. Okay, let's start that again for editing purposes. Right, we've got some stuff from Union Repair. Just drop this seat down a little bit. I've had this for a day now. I've been meaning to do a live stream on it. So let's see what we got. I have opened this just to have a quick look. Okay, that's got some ICs. Got a UV lamp, a better one than I've already got. We've got a couple of pairs of tweezers, some cheap tweezers apparently, and some slightly more expensive ones. We've got some IC removal tools, and then this is what I thought was IC removal tools as well, but they're gigantic ones, so I don't know how useful they're going to be, but you know, we'll test them anyway. And we've got a, looks like a lead testing board. So I think let's get this all out. We won't bother with the ICs, I'll leave that to one side. I think they're just TriStars. Let's just dump that down there. Turn this fan off down there. Okay, so first things first. Okay, what are we going to do? Okay, I think let's go for the lamp. So, let's get this up on the screen here for you. This lamp is $10. So, let's have a look at it on there. The Find Fix USB lamp, green oil curing equipment tools. I think that's slightly wrong, because there's only one of them. Either way, what we're going to do is, no, I won't bother with that. Let's go back to the main window. So it comes in this little white box here, pretty simple. See how long this lead is. Okay, so what we're saying here looks pretty good. So this will reach over there. I mean, yeah, I mean that's going to reach everywhere I need it to. It's probably 1 meter long. Let's see if I've got the one that I was using to give it a comparison. Okay, so it's going to be side-by-side comparison, and the reason why I spent the $10 on this one. So you can see my original here, quite big, quite, you know, quite big and overkill for an iPhone board. So you can see the sort of comparison here, it's absolutely overkill. Also, you'd think with giant CFL bulbs, and I think it's about 200 watts, that it would actually be good, but it's not. It's rubbish. It takes ages to cure. So we'll do a little side by side with that. We'll get a board out, we'll put some, I think, coating on it and see which one does better. So let's plug it in. So we're just going to plug it into my USB wall socket over here, nice and simple. And yeah, this is just one click operation, and what I will say is that's hot. Straight away you can feel the heat coming off that, so it's nice and concentrated. Let's turn that off. Build quality, solid metal. Looks like a nice LED in the bottom there, nice sized one. looks like a single one as well. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, for $10, this is really good value. I mean, really, really good value. The Find X. So let's see if it actually works. That's the most important thing. So far, so good. It's built well. Will it be better than my 100 or 200 watt? I mean, this one here is used for curing LOCA. So I don't know if it's a different wavelength. You do get different wavelengths of UV. You get quite destructive UV. So straight away, what you'll notice, you can see how bright that is on the camera compared to how bright that is. So that's, wow, yeah. So there's a clear difference. It's far more concentrated. Okay. What are we going to do this on? Let's rip a bit of this off. And let's do 3. They're pretty evenly sized. We're going to do 1, just the UV. Oh, I do like that actually. It's got a little recess point there. I just had a sort of shock horror moment there when I put it down. I thought, oh god, have you squashed that all over the lens without even using it? Okay, so this should cure it in about 10 seconds. So I've got a timer around here somewhere. Okay, so we've got a timer here. Let's make this scientific. So what we say and give this 30 seconds. So as you can see, oh, put that over there, that over there, and I'm going to turn them both on and then press the timer. 1, 2, 3. So we'll give that till 30 seconds and then we'll see if it's actually done anything. So far so good. I mean, it's pretty intense. I mean, you can see it bleeding out the top there compared to the other one, so I've got good hopes for this. So we're coming up to the 30-second mark. Let's see if 30 seconds is enough. Okay, that is solid. Wow. Okay, that's impressive. Okay, that's got a coat on it. Let's have a look under the microscope here. And if we flick over to microscope. So this is the middle one. So this should be nice and liquid. I think the light's bled out and started curing that. But you can see there, that's actually worse than that one. But yeah, that's hardly cured at all. So that's how much that cured in the 30 seconds. And then that's pretty solid. I mean, it is gooey inside, but I'm pushing down on that really hard. I reckon another 30 seconds and that'll be absolutely solid. So, hold on. Yeah, so it does crack eventually, but look, that's almost solid. That's not bad at all. Yeah. Impressive. Okay, so that's a win, that one is. So $10. Where are we? Let's go back over to the webpage. So yeah, that's $10 from Union Repair. highly recommend it. I'll definitely be using that, and I'll be probably binning my other UV lamp. I noticed it when it took like 2 or 3 minutes on a stream the other day to cure something, and I just thought there's got to be a better way. I was using laser pointers before that, but they've got a tendency to burn out. Obviously I'll keep testing this, but from first impressions and how quick it works, you've definitely got to get this. It's for $10. What's that, like £7? You know, chuck that in with an order from there. That gets the thumbs up from me. So that one there can go over to the side. We're gonna take my gigantic lamp. I mean, it's entirely possible. I've had that lamp for a while. It is entirely possible that that lamp's just dying. Both of them are, so it might have been brighter at one point. So not entirely a fair test, but for portability, price, only time will tell if it's going to be a good buy. You know, that LED could burn out within, you know, a couple of weeks. But to be honest, at what's it, seven quid? Yes, I'll have some of that. Okay, next let's do the gigantic. Let's see if I read the listing right. I'm just going to switch over to this. Okay, so, I mean, I paid $2 for this. Let's flick over to webpage. Okay, so I paid $2. I can't really be too unhappy with this. I did, from the picture though, think the thing about this is I thought these were micro ones, but no, these are for actual, you know, motherboards. So these would be good for through-hole stuff and your larger ICs. So I suppose it will come in handy eventually if I work on any PlayStations or if I work on any, you know, TV boards, but it's pretty rare, and I was expecting it to be micro, so I was a little bit disappointed. But, you know, $2, it's like £1.50 or something, you know, I'm not going to be too angry. So yeah, solder assist, hashtag best, SA10. Let's go back over to main and let's see what they're actually like. So first impressions, as you'd expect, pretty cheap looking plastic. Packaging actually looks better than the product itself. So first things first, we're going to try and get into the package. Let's get these staples out. Well, the staples are good quality. Okay, so let's slide this out. Let's read the back of it. This should be funny. Okay, so we've got a chip holder. We've got a needle. We've got a remover. And we've got a hook. A fork. A reamer. Okay, so that's a pretty interesting one. You push that into the hole and turn it, and that's actually going to clean any sort of solder or residue out. We've got a knife, and it says brash. I'm assuming it means brush. I'm not even sure if that's Chinese next to it. It looks like some of it's Chinese, but the other stuff looks like cuneiform. Okay, so let's turn this around. So you can see the brash at the bottom there. Good old brash. Everyone needs a brash. Reamer, hook. I mean, the chip holder at the top. Not angry about that. And the remover, you know, hook to get your old resistors out. I don't think I'm going to be using this a lot, to be honest. But I actually thought they were in a holder stuck together. But yeah, okay, so first impressions, yeah, pretty cheap. You can see here they haven't even sheared the plastic off. Metal wise, Yeah, it's not bad. Gets a bit of flex in it. I mean, you could probably snap it if you pushed hard enough, but I'm guessing this is the reamer. Quite sharp. Same again here with the through hole. I mean, this brush here, I don't know actually, it looks better than it is. I don't know what the difference is from a brush to a scraper. The brush and the scraper look pretty similar. Let's have a look. Get that out of the way. I mean, this one looks pretty good. This is a pry tool. Let's get that back in focus. So yeah, not bad. And that one there will probably come in handy for holding legs on through holes or capacitors, or to be honest, the through hole stuff's pretty easy and you can get away with just tweezers. I mean, that might come in handy. I don't know if I'll use that. Like I said, if you were working on big boards, this would be okay. I mean, it says knife here, but this is more like a screwdriver, if I'm honest. Don't know if you're going to be able to see. Cheap and cheerful, yeah. Again, I was expecting it to be micro. I think that is actually a screwdriver. I don't think I'd actually try and undo any screws with it. And the hook. So yeah, I mean, you know, if you're starting out and you need some tools, you do a lot of board repair, I'd be pretty happy with these. I imagine they'd last, make a bit of money. But yeah, really cheap. Okay, that's enough of that. Disappointment. Let's go on to the tweezers. This is the one thing I was interested in. So all my tweezers really expensive, and I use the Vetus ones. So oh no, I don't. I use the Dummant ones and the Vetus ones. So let me get it up on the page. What are we going to go for? Let's go for the, I call it expensive, but anti-acid, hey? Okay. Let's flick over to the webpage. So yeah, $6.50. So it's about a $5. Saves $1. Compared to what I normally pay, I mean, I have paid anywhere from 25 to about 55 for the tweezers that I use the most, the decent tweezers. So I've got lots of other tweezers. I've got titanium tweezers that I've picked up, ceramic tweezers. I've picked up cheap ones off eBay. I think they're the Vetus ones, the black ones that you get with like free with tools and stuff. I've tried those. All of them end up dying really quickly, apart from the brand ones like Dummant. I will say I did have, when I first started, a pair of high precision Vetus ones that I've just bought now, and I used them for about a year and they were really good. I was gutted when they actually were unusable. You can, I mean, recently I've been filing mine down and reshaping them, but the more you do it, the quicker you have to do it again. So I found, you know, the first time I did it, they lasted for about 3 weeks, then it was 2 weeks, then it was a week, then I was doing it every other time. So it does damage the metal when you start bending stuff back, and also it's a pain in the arse. You don't want to have to be doing that every time you want to do a repair. On the other hand, you also don't want to be paying 35 quid to 50 quid for tweezers. I mean, don't get me wrong, when you see the other tweezers that are out there, I mean the medical grade ones that are like actual titanium and real titanium, that should last pretty much forever. They're used for like getting veins out, and you know, petri dish works. You're talking sort of cellular based tweezers, they go for hundreds. So in comparison to what we do, they are really cheap. I didn't think to actually get a website up to compare it, but the ones that I went for, they call them super fine, but there is a lot more expensive ones out there. Expensive doesn't always get you good quality stuff. You know, I'm not saying that, but I have noticed that the slightly more expensive tweezers I buy They just last, and I prefer them, and I find myself getting a lot less stressed. Having said that, I spotted these on Union Repair, and I thought, you know, for the price, I thought, why not? And when I seen hyperfine, high precision, non-magnetic, anti-acid tweezers, that's saying all the right things, isn't it? You're thinking, how good are they? So, what I will say, again, the packaging, really good packaging. So they've spent some money on it, and it's solid. You know, I actually like the way they've came. The ones that I've bought before are from a medical company, and they just come wrapped in paper. So I'm guessing doctors and stuff don't really care about that sort of thing. So let's have a look at them under the microscope, compare them to my so-called expensive tweezers. And you'll be able to see how I've filed mine down. Okay, so straight away though, you can see from here, looking at the metal on these, you can see all the pits and stuff in it. They're not going to be great. I can tell this straight away. You can see at the end there. Let's see if we zoom it right in. Where are we at? Oh, maximum magnification. You can see there, that's quite cheap metal. So they're probably going to bend quite quickly. And looking at the tips, can you see there, they're not actually touching. Let's see if I can get this zoomed in better, focused. Now that doesn't seem a lot, but hold on, let me just self-harm. They look nice. I mean, for the price, yeah, they do. There we go, hold on. Okay, so that didn't even pick up my hair then. I can't even pull my own hair out, what the hell's going on? Ah, here we go, that's a good hair. Okay, so you can see here how zoomed in we are. That's like an actual hair. And to be fair, that did actually grab that quite well. It didn't grab one of the finer ones. But you can see here that that hair is slipping right up those tweezers. And that's what happens when you're working with the fine. It's not so bad when you're working with the ICs, but when you start working with those, I can't remember the size of them. Hold on, let me be professional here. What size is it? Where are we at? Okay, so your 0201 or your 0603M. Now they're the smallest components you're going to work with. So when you're working with those, I mean, that needs to be there. Otherwise it starts getting annoying when you start doing it. And we do a lot of work on this. You know, you're talking backlight filters, they're all that size. So let's get my dominant ones. Now these are the more expensive tweezers, and I have filed these down. Ooh, let's clean that up. That was like hideous. Yeah, 02s. Right, let me clean these up. I've been reballing with them. But yeah, these are over probably a year. Coming up for a year. In tweezer world, that's... So yeah, you can see how damaged these are, but that grips that straight away, even though it's at the end. And if we look at the metal, I'll just see if I can get that zoomed out a bit. You can see the difference in the metal there. That's good quality. It's not got any pits in it. It's been machined. Obviously I've attacked it, so that's not great. But these are my old ones. You can see further up there where I haven't. There's no pits compared to where we at with these. You can see the difference in the metal there. It's almost oxidized, so yeah, they won't last as long. Where's the other dormant ones? These are the cheaper ones that I found. Again, really bad. You can see why I've bought new tweezers. So, where are we at? Okay, so yeah, you can see that these are in a bit better shape. And I've actually had to file them down, so where are they in comparison? I'm out of focus again. Where are we at? Ooh. See, now these are hyper fine. Hyper fine! But compared to that, you can see the edge. That's quite thin. I mean, I have shaved that down a little bit, but I mean, these tweezers here did go to a point. They were probably that big. I don't know if these are going to be able to pick up those zeros. I'll have a look in a sec. And where's my last? What are these? Yeah, these are all Dummant. So Dummant are a Swiss watchmaking company. Wow, look at that. Okay, these ones here I actually use for the bigger ICs. But again, you see the quality of the metal, so you get what you pay for. Now these are, say, what, £7? I mean, how many of these will I buy before they go? So I don't know if you're going to get value for money, but like I said, the other ones have lasted a year. So if these last anywhere close to a year, let's see what they're like with those 0.2s. Backlight filter. Bless you. Okay. Ooh, bless you again. Wrecking my live stream. Let's zoom out a bit on this. It's a bit too much, that is. Now, straight out of the box, these should be oh god, it's already gone. There you go. Alright, yeah, not bad. Okay. So, as long as they stay like that, that'll be alright. So yeah, again, I think I'll have to probably give you an update on that. These ones are the mangled up ones. Where's my semi-decent ones? Yeah. It's when you start trying to get down into the sides of when they're actually on a board. Get the hell off. Let's get a board. Let's see if I can get a 6S backlight. iPhone 6 backlight, that'll do. Let's see what they look, because that's what we do the most of, and that's the most annoying. Looks like this one's been attacked already. Heat spots all over it. Let's get these new ones. Yeah, they'd probably be alright. Like I said, I think where that doesn't go to a point there, I think that's going to be a bit of an issue over time. I think it will actually. But yeah, to start with, you can see there it's not going in between those two chips, those two filters. So that there, when you put the heat on it, that's going to start knocking other bits. But the majority of it, yeah. Let's get the resistors down there. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably have to reshape these because there's no grip, there's no pressure against the tip, it just kind of closes. So let's go back out. Yeah, that was the other brand. Is it Bacchus? Yeah, I've had a pair of those. The more expensive ones. So I think they probably spent too much money on the packaging on these and not enough on the actual metal. But they look alright. And they're the 3CJPs. So yeah, they're the 650 ones. So let's go back over to that. So yeah, pretty good for the price, you know. Again, if you're on a budget, not bad. In the long run, probably go back to my Dummont ones, and because I think I found the ones that I was paying about £50 for. I found them for 35 from a medical company, which isn't bad. So yeah, let's have a look at the next tweezers. Where are they? These are the $2 tweezers. So these are going to be good. Got a good feeling about these tweezers. Okay, so packaging. Oh, let's flick back over. So that's the Vita Switzerland Standard Precision Stainless Steel. Get your words out. Stainless steel tweezers, ST14s. Oh, where am I at? Right, let's go back over it. So yeah, standard sort of packaging. This is more than what you'd expect from these sorts of things. It's got all of the bits on the back here, so ST10 all the way up to ST15. Fine tip, anti-static, non-magnetic, flat and round. So yeah, the ST14s, is that what I went for? It's got a nice embossed logo. Yeah, ST14, so the smallest tip they do again. Do you know what? These actually feel a little bit more... These feel a little bit better. And the metal on them actually looks quite good. And they definitely feel sharper. Yeah, I reckon so. I think the tips will probably go on those quite rapidly. So, see, I think these are better. Look at the metal. That looks better quality metal, that does. I don't know, you know, I'm not a metal expert, but I know when I see that other metal, you know, you can tell that just by all of these pits in it and stuff. Okay, so the hyperfine ones are definitely finer. So these are the $2 ones, these are the $6.50 ones. So yeah, you definitely got more of a tip there. As for working, obviously picks up the bigger caps there. Yeah, they're a bit too big for these ones down here. You'd get away with it, but ultimately these are IC or capacitors. So, or just general. I mean, they feel pretty solid. That's holding the board pretty well there. They feel good in your hands. But again, I think you're going to probably end up buying quite a lot of them. So you want to buy these in bulk. And I don't know if the six quid ones are actually going to be cost effective in the long run. But we'll see. You know, I'll come back to it, do a re-edit of the video, add a little bit on. Suppose I should flick over to the camera so you can actually see what I was talking about. Lucky I'm going to edit this. Okay, so let's go back. These, where's these? Okay, so these are the ones that I was talking about. These are the $2 ones, and these are the $6 ones. So you can see these actually don't go to as fine tip, they're thicker, but you can see also from, hold up, can also see from the metal that it does look like a better quality metal. This looks oxidized, so I don't know what impurities are in that metal, but you can see down here it just doesn't look very strong. Where these ones here look a bit more machined. I suppose that's what you pay for in the end. I was saying before, these ones would be, they're pretty strong. They hold that. These are going to be for your ICs and your bigger caps, but they're not going to get in here to take these off. You're going to struggle trying to get in there. If we look here, these just about do it. But yeah, these go even finer. Where's my semi? Yeah, you can see the sort of tips that they go down to. But yeah, what do you expect for $2? But you can see what I was saying here. These are the $2 ones. When I have to press, can you see that? That's actually applying pressure. So these are better made than the $6 ones that just go together. I mean, there is a slight bit of pressure there. It just doesn't feel like it's picking stuff up. It seems to be okay. It seems to hold the board alright. Yeah, I'll stick them in the toolbox. I don't know. I don't think they'd hold up to filing. I think you'd file them once or twice. And I mean, my tweezers, the Gummant ones, I've got a, where is it? It's a Dremel grinding stone that I use. And I finish them off with this, I don't even know what type of sandpaper it is. It's the wet and dry stuff. It's really, really fine. So, but yeah, it's quite hard to file them down. So they are solid. They have been, what's the word, heat treated. You can, I don't know how they make metal stronger, but I know there's a process to actually making steel or whatever this is. Yeah, it doesn't say on the back. Yeah, whatever they are, there is a process for making them harder, and I very much doubt the Chinese ones would have gone through that. Okay, so on to the next one. What have we got? So that was the UV, that was the tweezers, and the gigantic chip removal tools. This was the two things I wanted to order was a new IC removal tool that I seen. Who did I see using? Jessa? I think I seen Jessa using it, and there was a hook feature on there that looks like I'm badly missing in my life. So, and for the JC Pro 100, the lead tester. So that was what I wanted to order, and I thought I'd fill the order out with some of the other cheaper stuff. So this is the. Oh, let's get it up on the screen. Let's get back here. Right, where are we at? Okay, so this is the 16. This is the IC chip removal blade, 16 in 1. So $6.80. So quite a lot, really, considering what we've just paid for the tweezers. Again, from China, really cheap, you know. These again come down to the metal that's used, how long they'll last. The other one that I've bought has held up pretty well, but when you start using 200 to 350 to 400 degrees on them, they start falling apart quite quickly. So well, let's have a look at these ones anyway. We'll clear a bit of overfill with them and see how they stand up. Let's flick back to main. So these come in a cheap package, which, you know, I wouldn't care if they just chucked these in the box, to be honest. I care more about how, you know, the quality of the metal they use and stuff. And comes with the standard sort of IC removal. I mean, it's pretty nice. It feels heavy, feels weighted, feels good in your hand, feels like nice metal. Let's open it up. show you. The one that I've got that I've been using was the eye crescent, which I think I got just before Christmas, and the only one that's been any good is this hook one. It's held up quite well, but I did actually resort to bending it, I don't know if you can see there, into more of a hook, because it scratches the shit out of the board. So I kind of bent the hook round, and now it's, yeah, now it's pretty good. Quality set coming from Ali, and a new board holder. The iBridge flexes, I wanted to buy one. Yeah, I was going to look at them. I seen Jason reviewing them, and they look really, really helpful. But they're $35 a set. So you're talking. Well, we'll have a look in a minute, but it was like $200-300 for the whole set or something, which is quite a lot. But yeah, I've bought a lot of stuff recently, and we've just bought laser machines, so I'm going to have a bit of a hard job justifying that to my business partner. Maybe in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, I'm going to upload these and cut them up and send them to Uni Repair. Hopefully they'll start sending me a few freebies, but I'm guessing where the channel's not that busy at the moment, they're not really interested. You never know though, in the future. Keep going. Anyway, back to this. These really, really flimsy compared to this here. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that. $18 a set. I'm sure when I looked on there they were like $35 a set. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. $18. That's pretty good. These here. Okay, so you can kind of hear. Okay, these two that they've sent, these are the thicker ones. It's got a bit of a snap on it. These ones, pretty cheap. And the ones that I've been using, the eye crescent ones, really, you can hear the difference in the metal. I mean, this, I don't think this is actually going to break. It's been awesome. Definitely worth it. So, anyway, let's scrape some of this. Yeah, the handle as well. The handle's a lot nicer on this eye crescent, but it didn't come with the extra bits I wanted. It's got the, you know, classic chip removal stuff, these bits here to slide under the chips, but the ones that I really wanted were these here with the little hooks. I've seen another micro-soldering channel using them, and they looked really good. They looked like they just cut through it, and they were raving about it, so I think we're going to start off with that. Let's start off with this one here. This looks like a similar sort of shape. I don't know how long these are going to last. These look pretty cheap, if I'm honest. Okay, let's get that in there. Okay, how the hell would you do up? That's a good start, isn't it? Look. Okay, that's doing up now. I had to pull the centre coil out of it, so there must be threads in there. Okay, let's pull that out. Lefty loosey, righty tighty gang. It doesn't feel like it's doing up. Hold on, no, it is going. I think it's pulling against the other side. Alright, I'll take it back. You just have to keep going, there's a lot of play on that. Okay, that's not impressive so far. I'm struggling to do that up properly. I don't know, no, yeah, finish it off like that. Okay, I'll take it back. Yeah, it's got a nice little ping to it. Let's get one of these sturdier ones as well in the other end, so I can stab myself every time I pick it up. Okay, that side screwed in a lot easier, so yeah. Let's switch over to the microscope. remember to actually switch the microscope. Let's get down on the board. Maximum. I'll pick away some of this. So I'm going to do this without a board holder because it should be able to do this without a board holder. So some of the areas that are hard to get around the CPU, I might actually have to stick this in a board holder, ironically enough. Okay, let's stick that in a board holder. Let's give it a fighting chance. Okay, that's nicely locked in. So I've got this set to standard 200. Let's go in between these here because these are... So it seems like they fit in pretty well. Oh, that's nice, that is. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's the shit. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, really impressed with that straight away. I can tell that's... And that just hooks straight under it. And that's... Oh, that's like life-changing. Let's just clear this one over here. Oh, where have you been all my life? Okay, that's that clear. Wow. Alright. Let's just have a look at the other side while we're... Okay, yeah, so the bigger one, that doesn't fit. So that's kind of where I was at with... Get rid of that, some of that black jizz. Okay, yeah, so that's... You can see where that's scraping into between the coil and the CPU. It's not letting me get down where I need. Whereas this little bad boy here... Look at this. Just straight in there. See you later. Take me home. Yeah, baby. Okay. Let's have a look at what I was using before. I mean, that for me, that's a game changer. So you can see what I've done with this. I've kind of angled it the same. And I've kind of sanded it down to make it fit. That's not too bad. That's, I mean, my mod on it for the win. Okay, it's struggling though to cut it, so I don't know whether it's probably where I've been using. And not only that, it's probably not thin enough to go through. I mean, I'm pulling on that quite hard, and you're going to risk popping the side of the IC. So let's see if we can get down here. Okay, yeah, I can feel the caps. Can you hear them clicking? Let's go back to this bad boy over here, and there's 3 of these little dudes in here. Okay, so you can see the little hook. Just, oh. Honestly, if you're doing this and you haven't got this in your life, do yourself a favour, get onto Union Repair and get this in your life. It's rare that I ever pick up such an insignificant tool, and let's clear some up here. Okay, let's go around these filters. Oh, it's just effortless. Look, it doesn't mark the board at all. What's it like for cleaning the tops? Okay, it's a bit flimsy for doing the tops. You find yourself So it's got its purpose, it's got its zone that it wants to work in, and that's for cleaning out in really tight spaces. So, for instance, this row here, with these tiny, tiny little resistors and stuff, look at that. Oh, that's a win. That's micro-soldering porn. Okay, I'm going to stop playing with that. Alright. So yeah, you can tell I like that. Out of all the things I've bought, that is, hands down, the best. I'm not even going to try the rest. I'm going to save that for a little private moment. Alright, let's flick over to that. That's IC chip removal blade 16 in 1. I mean, highly recommend that. It's got the, can you see the, yeah, you can see. These two on the end, slightly thicker, but the real ones you want in your life are those 4 there. Oh, look at this, 4. 4 of those little hooks. Yeah, I don't know what's more to say about that. Win. So, I don't know how long they're going to last. That thing, actually, that thin, there's a reason for it. So, I think that's going to, I'm going to get a lot of use out of that. Okay, let's clear the area of it. Now on to, I think, the last one. The last one? The last one? Did I buy something else? I think that's it. Did they... I thought I had some solder, but I can't see it. Thought I had some IC solder. I'm guessing they gave me a $2 refund. I'll have a look at that in a second. Okay, so this is the JC1000 lead tester. So let's go back over to this. And let's go, where is the lead tester? There we go. So this one here, if you sell a lot of accessories and you're used to buying so-called genuine lightning cables, you'll know the frustration of how many different lightning cables there are out there. So this thing will tell you, or supposedly tell you, exactly how genuine they are, down to what ICs they use and the quality of the cable and whatnot, and whether they're actual, properly original. So I'm really interested. For $13, I'm really interested to see whether this actually... this one actually works properly. So I actually bought, or sorry, I should give credit where credit's due. Sophie actually bought a genuine cable to do the test on this, that from a, well, we say it's a genuine cable. It came from a reputable seller, like, let's just say it was Argos. You'd hope that they wouldn't be selling pikey goods. So, and it looks pretty, I mean, the box looks really on point. So, like I said, I'm hoping this, it'd be funny, wouldn't it, if the Argos actually sold pikey goods. Okay, so let's flick back to this. This JC, all of the JC stuff comes in this sort of box like this, really quality sort of packaging. I'm not a big fan of the quality packaging. I mean, it is nice when you open it, but ultimately you're just going to chuck it away, so it seems like a waste. But first impressions, it's always nice, you know. What did Apple spend on all of their packaging? They spent a ridiculous amount on their packaging, didn't they, that guy, just to make the box click in a certain way. So let's get the JC Pro. I haven't had a chance to properly use the JC Pro as much as I'd want. I did do a few ICs I've taken off and remasked them, you can see here, but I haven't actually had a chance to take one off and properly, you know, do an upgrade or anything like that. So I've got 3 stencils that I use, the 3D ones, and they are definitely, I mean, I've got, well, I'll talk about that in a minute, but I've got a whole stack of those thin, shitty ones, and I watched Chris Long use one yesterday, I think, on his stream, and he made it look so easy, but I can't. Those things drive me up the wall. Just positioning them, and yeah, we won't get into that. Let's look at this one first. So let's plug this in. Again, this is just USB-C. JC Pro comes with a nice, look at that cable. Couldn't even work out how to turn this on when I first bought it. So let's try and get this. I'm going to try and do this upside down for. Let's get that turned up like this. Okay, so let's disconnect this module for a start. So this is the module that comes in. I'm guessing you just plug the lightning cable into one of these two, or this end, or do you loop it round? I don't know. None of this stuff comes with instructions, so let's just plug it in. Yeah, that is the right way round before I break it live. Okay, that's the first one that I've put in there. That feels solid. Hold on. What have I done wrong there? Does this come off the back? What the hell's going on there? It's got like a raised bit of plastic. Okay, do these. It felt like that was actually. It feels like it's lifting up on that side. I don't know if you can see that. So that plastic, not sure about that plastic. Anyway, so let's get the JC Pro on. We're going to open this genuine cable, and then I'm probably, in fact, let's go and get a other cable, one of our cables that's supposedly genuine. Look at this. Okay, so I've just picked up that one. Oh, that's too confusing. Anyway, I'm going to keep this in my hand. They look identical. So that's a win for our supplier so far. I'm going to take this away. I don't know if I've got that the right way round now. Hold on. Let me see if I can find one that looks a bit different. Okay, rather than open that. Okay, I'm going to get two of our leads, which are supposedly genuine. We do pay extra for our leads, but you've, short of buying them from a shop like Tesco or Argos or Walmart, I suppose if you're in America, you've got no guarantee of quality. So, and you don't want to be paying their prices because there's no retail value. So, anyway, that was a pretty. I mean, that's a win. That's identical to the ones from Argos. So, okay, so just open this up. Comes with the usual Apple packaging. Ooh, look, accessory warranty. Has anyone ever claimed on their accessory warranty? Okay, so I'm not going to bother unplugging this, so then we can sell it on. Looks, to be honest, feels like a genuine cable. There was things to look out for, but it says, please connect the data cable. So Okay, coming soon. Please connect the data cable. Okay, so it doesn't work with the USB. What am I doing wrong? Ah, there you go. So this one here, saying it's an original data cable. Let me just turn this around, this is ridiculous. Let me see if I can... No, I can't. My camera doesn't stretch that way. So yeah, it's saying it's an original data cable, an E75. It is saying that it's got a bad D plus connection, a bad D minus connection, and a bad ground connection, but the MOS connection is right. It was manufactured by Foxconn, and I have no clue about any of the other numbers on there, whether they're good, whether they're bad. It says it was manufactured on the 20th of the 9th, 2018. And it doesn't tell you the wire manufacturer, so I don't know if that's a good thing. Okay, so let's plug it back in. Okay, so it doesn't do anything when you... Can you see it? Yeah. It doesn't do anything when you plug that in. And I'm assuming you don't loop it. So let's have a look at one of our other cables. So we bought this, obviously we can pull our suppliers up now and say, yep, still doesn't work that way around. Okay, that one's not even going in there. What's that all about? What the hell? Okay, that clicks in, that cable does. But this one, it's just loose. Okay, this is exactly the same. This one was manufactured by Foxconn, 2017. The MOS is alright, and it is an original data cable, so... Okay, MP test. It just does the base stuff. Again, it's saying the D plus, D minus, and ground is bad. Do I blow this up, plugging it in? Whoa! No, that's it. So yeah, you plug this in there, and you plug that in there. That was a bit of a squeaky bum time, wasn't it? So what's the difference from that plug to this plug? That's bizarre. So I don't know why it's got two lightning cables, but let's flick this round so you guys can see. And we'll bring that up. So I don't know if that's going to focus. Can you see that? Okay, so if I... So that's saying everything's good on that cable, and that's one of the old cables we bought, so happy days. So yeah, our supplier was telling the truth on that one. Let's have a look at the original. It's a shame they didn't put a 30 pin on this, because I just did pull a 30 pin off. Okay, that's the one from Argos, supposedly original, so it's an E75 cable. And everything's okay. The MOS, D plus, D minus, and ground, all of them okay. Okay, let's see if I can find a cable that isn't. Okay, is this? That is not. Okay, let's test this one. I mean, the trouble we've got is we don't stock cheap cables, so I don't know if I'm going to get the chance to actually... Okay. Ah! Alright, so... non-original. So, who was it made by? Okay, so this doesn't actually say. So yeah, the non-original ones hasn't got a laser code, hasn't got a date of manufacturing, hasn't got the manufacturer or the wire manufacturer on it, but it is saying the lead's okay. So it's testing the lead, and it's saying that all of the points of it are okay and it will charge, but it's a non-original. So these are the cables that when you plug it into your phone, it comes up and says, you know, please use a genuine cable. So that one, that's not a win for our supplier. And it's almost impossible to tell the difference. I mean, I don't think I could tell the difference, even under a microscope, which one is which. Alright, let's do one more. I've got one here. Again, these are, like I said, these were supposedly all genuine. Is that one over there as well? Let's do two more. But yeah, for $13, this is not a bad little accessory. I can see us using this all the time, and this is the sort of thing we can do we can show to our customers the difference between the non-genuine ones and, you know, the genuine ones, and show them that there is a difference in the quality of the cables. So this one again, non. So that's 2 out of my testing pile that are non. Which isn't great, because when I do testing, obviously I want to be able to test these and be confident that they're actually going to work and not actually cause any other problems. Last one. Place your bets. What are we saying? Genuine or non-genuine? I'm saying genuine. Yay! Look at that. So that one's a genuine one. So that's what, 3 to 2. So it shows you what a mixed bag it is. So obviously the one we've bought from Argos, you'd expect that to be a genuine one. Kind of wished that we'd opened it up and it had been fake. Yeah, that would have been a good video. But no, Argos, yeah, you get what you pay for. That's why you're paying for the extra expense. So yeah, we're going to be using this to pull up our supplier. Obviously 2 of the ones they've sold us, not good. So yeah, that's it for the reviews and stuff. I know that was the one my business partner wanted me to get the most. It's not like him ever to turn around and say, can you order some stuff? Can you spend some money? It's normally the other way around. But yeah, we just tried to buy a new toy today. A laser engraver for taking the backs off iPhones. So hopefully in the next week we're going to have that, and that's going to make a really good video. And it's a brand new off the line one as well, so it's got a self leveler and all sorts of cool stuff going on. Okay, let's put these filters away. Right, what were you saying, Wilson? You were talking about the stencils, weren't you? So yeah, I use the 3D ones. So the 3D ones, so much less hassle. They are expensive. I did get them from Union Repair, so how much is, let's type in 3D stencils. Okay, so $13. Are they Kwali? Kwali? I think it is. Anyone read Chinese? I swear I've seen Kwali written on them. Oh well. But yeah, they're good quality. I stick them in the ultrasonic cleaner to clean them up. Yeah, these are the quality ones. So let me flick over here so you can see. Okay, so yeah, they're $13 each. I think that's for the cheap one. The A8. So they're all $13. Yeah, they're all $13. So I mean, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're looking at nearly $70, $80 to get the full set. Which, if you do this all the time, you're going to need that. I have got away with just the A8 to 11s so far. I haven't seen any X's, so the A12s, I don't think I'm going to see many of those for a while, board repair wise. But you never know. But these, yeah, honestly, I mean, $13 each. I've probably, for $13, you can buy. Let's flick over to main. I mean, you can see how many I've got here. Every foreseeable. I mean, there's probably 60 here. I mean, they're so thin. They come in handy because there's stuff on here like Huawei and, you know, Samsung boards and stuff that you don't get the 3D stencils for. Like, what's this one? This one's just every NAND by the looks. Not NAND, every CPU, yeah. CPU, GPU. So yeah, they're all generic CPUs and GPUs. So yeah, it does come in handy when you're a bit stuck. Yeah, no, the black... Did I buy one of those? Let me have a look. I swear I bought a so-called 3D stencil and they were bloody terrible. They were like glued together, like these two thin ones just glued together. I'm pretty sure they were the black ones that I bought last time and I wasn't very impressed by them. I've got them here. Did I dream that? Or did I rage out and throw them? I don't know. I'm pretty positive I had a set of those ones and I bought last time and they turned up. Is that it? No. It does feel thicker. But where they were two separate boards, they started popping apart after the first one. And the holes in them were round, I think. Which are a pain in the arse. Oh, what? I've got too many here. Is that it? No, sorry, mate. Maybe I have got them somewhere. But yeah, again, it's that same old, isn't it? You get what you pay for. These 3D ones here, the Quali ones. Where are they at? It says MJ on it, but I'm pretty sure they're made by Quali. They're good quality. They're machined essentially out of a thicker bit of aluminium, and it's just one machine. The black Quali ones, I'm pretty sure they're two little thin things glued together, so you start getting a separation with the glue. I imagine these, if I look after them a bit more, they'll last forever. Is this it? No, where are they? Well, they must be thin. I don't know why I think I've got a set of those. And what was the other thing you said? The eye stencil. The black ones have square holes, but they look very thin. I highly recommend those. It's like that scraper I just used. You use those stencils and you think, oh yeah, they're really good, you know, I've finally got the hang of this. And then you use those 3D stencils for the first time, it goes click, fits in place, you just wash it down like that, done, and it fixes off. You're just like, why haven't I been using this the whole time? Why have I cheaped out 7 or 8 quid? And yeah, once you have them, you'll never want to use those other stencils again. It's just one of those things. I suppose once you use slightly better tools, you're reluctant to go back and use the slightly less expensive ones. It's not the case with everything. So what was the other thing? Yeah, I haven't started doing CPU. I don't know if I'm ready for it yet. I tried taking... I'm going to stick to the NANDs at the moment, taking those off. I can take them off. It's reballing them properly and masking them. I'm going to get good at that, reading them, flashing them, updating them. It's okay taking them off. It's taking them off safely around everything else that's on there, on the iPads and stuff. I want to get good at that first before I look into CPU or GPU or the RAM removal. Yes, seems like a lot of work for probably very little payoff. I think the only ones you can do it with, or the only ones that are viable really, are the 7 and up. So what, an iPhone 750 quid, you know, in crap, yeah, in shit condition. So you got to weigh that repair up. Okay, iBridge, I'm on it. So what are Union Repair selling it for? Just again, did I trip out iBridge? Oh, why did I think it was 30 quid? They've got them on here for $18 as well. What is wrong with me? Just made it sound a lot worse in my head. Okay, let's flick over to web pages. Okay, yeah, this thing here. I mean, I think this is probably one of the best tools to come out that I've seen in a long while. I've probably had about 5 repairs recently I've been working on that I've gone, God, I wish I had that. Not for the output testing of voltages, which is super handy, don't get me wrong. It's having all of the diode readings just straight in front of you that you can just pick up straight away, and all of the voltage rails without having to check ZXW or go through Blackfish, which is, you know, time consuming. But I was debating, my order was up to about 60 quid, and I was debating whether, you know, to chuck a few of these in. But I think these sort of things here, and the rest of the shops we've got, these are the sort of things that I give to the other technicians that we've got, and before they send me stuff, these are the sorts of things that they can say, look, it's not kicking out 1V8, it's not kicking out 3V, you know, P3V3 or whatever it is. You know, they'll be able to go through here and say, you know, pin 11 isn't the right, hasn't got the right diode reading on it. So they'll be able to self-diagnose this and save me loads of time. But yeah, they look, let's have a look. 6 model set, what was it? $100. So $100. If you're listening, Union Repair, send me the full kit. I'll do a really good review. Send me all of the things. Yeah, I think, did you say you've ordered a pair? Or have you already got them? You have the 6s and the 7s. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure I'll find a reason to be able to buy these. I think I can probably pitch this to my business partner as this is the sort of thing that he can train on. I mean, this is the sort of thing that you could take a relatively novice repair technician, teach them how to do basic diode readings, and this is the sort of thing that when they get a dead phone, or, you know, no image, no touch, or whatever else, that this is the sort of thing that's going to help them. They might not be able to do the repair, but at least they know when they send something to someone like me, or, you know, anywhere else, or someone that they might be a bit unsure of, at least they then know that the diagnosis that they've done, they're not being ripped off. They know exactly what repairs needed. They just might not have the skill set to do it. Again, it's probably going to save, I could probably pitch it just off the level of time it'd save. But again, if we, what's that, $300 to get them in all of the shops. I'll have to see if they go down in price. I'm guessing the more popular they get, the cheaper they'll go down. No, I don't think they do the X yet. Looking at reading them, but yeah, really clever idea. I'm annoyed I didn't think of it. But you know, this is the sort of thing you need manufacturing. But if you think about it, you'd buy a charge port for, you can pick them up for about $3 in China in bulk. So this flex cable itself is quite overpriced. You're paying for the engineering at the moment. So I'm thinking in maybe the next 3 or 4 months, there'll be probably a copycat of this iBridge, and iBridge will probably have to lower their price. So maybe it's worth waiting and not buying the whole set, because you could probably buy them for like, what, $20. It's probably worth, considering all the other prices of things that you actually buy. as regards for how much money it's going to make you, it's probably not going to make you money, but it's maybe going to save you time, which in the long run is going to make you money. So yeah, I think I'm going to, I was umming and ahhing about it, and the more I've thought about it, I was doing a repair the other day and I was trying to get the voltage out of the screen, and I just thought to myself, why the hell didn't you buy that? I could be just doing this nice and easy, but you can't have everything all the time. You just got to work with what you've been given. So, right, what time are we on? It's 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to call that a day. I want to do some editing on some videos at home, so I've been neglecting that. We've just got some new editing software that should make the edits a little bit more professional, so I want to go home and play with that. So as always, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe, hit the channel. I know that there's not many people. What's this? I was using the extended flexes with the output lines scraped back and a marker pen. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I mean, see, this is why I love these channels. You get people who share things between each other, and I didn't even think, I mean, I didn't even think to do that, to be honest, to scrape the cable off and just use the lines back of it and have a test cable. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that next time. Yeah, cheers, mate. So yeah, we're going to call it a night. As always, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the like button and the rest of it. Cheers for watching. Bye.